Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to potentially one of the last 2 runs of Peglin if we win both of the next 2 runs. Roundrel, Spinventor. Now, I know, once again, yes, it says that we already won as a Spinventor. It's because I did it on my own. We're gonna do it live today. Ambiguous amulet, refresh perspective, the fresh bandana. Why don't they call it the refresh bandana? I mean, I like a lot of this. The refresh perspective can enable you to scale your damage on some fights, but I think having 1 additional refresh is ultimately better because you can pick up the adventuring during a run, or you can have the best foot forward, so you can still scale your pegs. You can get the slime, which makes the slime get +5, which is more than refresh perspective. Refresh perspective also has an anti-synergy with durability because you're not actually removing the pegs from the board before they get refreshed. So I think just having 1 additional refresh is for the best. It helps prevent us from getting these annoying situations of not being able to hit the refreshes. We can build into refresh synergies a little bit more easily, which I think are pretty strong in Peglin here. And we're playing the Spinventor, of course, because I want to finish up oh my god, it's like the same angled shot, too. I'm gonna finish up Peglin. I want to win as the Spinventor. I want to get to a point where we are, you know, actually factually done with Peglin. He's gonna die. We just barely picked up enough money, though, so I'm happy about that. And I'm so glad we have enough money to buy the Eye Circle. A 5/10 on crit pierces all. It's so important, especially with the boss we're gonna be fighting, and especially with the floor that we're on. That is an instant pick, as far as I'm concerned. I do also think that maybe we'll go for the first elite, optionally second elite fight. Let's head off to the right. No cash necessary. We have 0, and we need to upgrade this Eye Circle immediately, but we can wait. We can stall on that a little bit. Is this gonna be a fight? No. Parallel Boomiverse, early. What can I say? I like the idea of picking this up early. If we manage to build into bomb build synergies, this thing is incredible. I don't think it actually affects the turn 1. Like, I don't think there's double bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 7 bombs, so I know this is not working. But yeah, Parallel Boomiverse can be exceptional. It only adds black bombs, so you could use it with something like Collider Ball damage and still, you know, only create 1 red bomb on the field, which is nice. I've never really built around Parallel Boomiverse too much. I think the reason why, ultimately, is that it's hard to build around a specific archetype like this. It's really hard to build around bombs when there's only X number of bomb relics in the game and you have to kind of get all of them to make it work, right? Maybe not all of them, but like, you know, there's a few that you're gonna want. You're gonna want, this one is really nice, not required. You're gonna want the, is that poison? Works very well for this boss. No, it doesn't, because it's flat targeting. Oh, crap. We'll think about it. You want this one if you can get it. You want the AoE bomb explosion. You want the candle. They only take 1 hit to explode. You want the AoE refreshes so that you can hit the AoE bombs. Hit the AoE hit the bomb, hit the refresh, hit the bomb, hit the refresh. You want to be able to refresh the bombs with the recombobulator. There's a lot of, I think, rare relics that build into the bombs, which is really difficult to get all of them. Chem Ball's really tempting because it's actually a lot of poison damage, which is a lot of passive damage, which is a lot of damage. Hard on this fight to make it work because it's just going to be targeting the tree. Same thing with Best Foot, though. You know, the foot is just going to hit the tree. So I don't feel the need necessarily to add that. Upgrading the Eye Circle, definitely something we're interested in, and maybe even like immediately, but I actually think Chem Ball can work, especially if we build into slime. But it's a 2/4. It's better than a pebble. It applies poison slime, which does passive damage. It's not bad. It desperately needs upgrades because the damage is very low, but I like it. Bart of Bobbrich, welcome. Hello. Collected money contributes to damage. It's not amazing, but at least it's not nothing. Helps you to have a little bit of better base damage. Orbalisk. I think I'm actually going to remove the pebble. Orbalisk is tempting, but ultimately I feel like it's unnecessary because you want to have a lot of orbalisks. You want to build around them, which is not what I want to do as this character. I want to build around, you know, one of orbs, and I want to remove the pebbles eventually because I can't scale with them. So let's see. Chemball. Only every 7 pegs will make a slime, but that's okay. Still a little bit of passive damage on the board. And then hit the bomb, hit the bomb, hit the bomb. And we're not hitting the bomb. We'll take another 1 damage. I mean, we're probably gonna take more than that, but there's a bomb right there. Thank you, that's 2 bombs hit. There's gonna be 2 enemies alive. You're not gonna die. So I have 1 more shot to try to get some more cash. And I think I'll probably start buffing... the Ice Circle. I don't like Poltergeist. It's a rare orb, so it's hard to find. The stats are bad. We have a 5/10 with the Ice Circle. All we need to do is make it crit to hit all pertinent enemies. This does hit flying enemies, but that's often, I'd rather say most of the time, not important. You don't have to crit to make this thing good, but we would like to crit a lot of the times with this character, and it's another orb that we have to upgrade anyways. Now, it is another piercing orb, and piercing is important, but, you know, you either add an orb or you upgrade what you have. I'm going to upgrade what I have. Because you can't win the game with a deck full of level 1 orbs. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna instead take my time, upgrade what I have. We'll probably have 2 or 3 upgraded orbs by the boss, it's looking like, and that's fine. This is why I wanted the Ice Circle. This is a good fight for it. 2 refreshes on the board. Makes me feel happy, because we should be able to, this thing's bouncing around very well today. Should be able to easily refresh the board and then get more damage done to the boss when they show up. We need a good opportunity to hit the crit and the Ice Circle at the same time. I'm also going to target the mini boss here, because when we have the slime on the board, we want it specifically to hit him if possible. Well, our damage is absurd. Why is it? Oh, you know why it's very good? Because money's contributing to damage, you little son of a gun. Now this is a tough one, because I could hit the crit. It's not gonna be that effective with the Ice Circle, but at least we'll get some damage done and some AoE damage done. I think we'll actually do it. That went very well. We hit a good assortment of balls. Balls to the walls, to the balls, to the walls, to the balls. I mean, he's gonna take almost lethal damage just by walking forward. It's part of the reason why I do like having the poison on the field. Just kind of another AoE, another passive damage dealt, another way of hitting backliners, and etc, etc. And now we have another attack all enemy orb. This one I think is better than the Poltergeist, even though it starts worse, but the Sect orb, if you get all the parts to it, can be kind of amazing. That being said, I'm gonna upgrade the Ice Circle because, you know, it's another thing to upgrade. When things move, they leave a copy or positive slime. Positive slime is incredible. Good insurance, says username the poison. What I like about poison is that it does damage when you reload. You know, when we reloaded on this fight, we did 90 damage to the boss, passively. 1/4 of his health from 3 poison on the board. That's important when you shoot an orb, and then the enemy gets an action, you reload, enemy gets an action, Crucible 15, enemy gets an action. Enemy gets 3 actions when you reload. That's incredible. And dangerous and disastrous and disgusting. Egenhart says, have any of you watched AGDQ that had a Peglin speedrun? I have not watched it at all. Like at all. I'm gonna guess it was a bomb build, but you know, that's a complete guess. You know what? Try to work our shots in there and hit some big orb stuff in here, hopefully. Wow, one shot, huh? I want to get this ball in there. Yeah, like this. Quite good damage. Eye circle, we will just attack the normal dudes. Like so. This would be really nice if it could crit. Yeah, and that's enough damage to kill everything. So we've got a little bit more poison we can shoot out there. Probably, hopefully it does good work. All right, no poison on the board. Beautiful. Well, you know, that's gonna happen. Refresh is also an important one to hit. That refresh is a little hard to hit right there. Oh, we actually managed. Why is this thing like, it feels like my ball is magnetized. It's like floating. Why is it floating? I'm telling you, the physics in this game are completely screwed up. Oh, we're gonna take like 3 damage, 4 damage? I didn't notice he was even there. I don't like how the physics in this game is completely screwed up, but it definitely is. Wow, he actually lived. It's because of the damn refreshes. There you go. All right. I mean, hitting a bomb would be nice. We're gonna take some damage on this fight. You know, you're not gonna perfect a run of Peglin. I don't expect to. I just want to hit some more of these damn bombs, which is, oh my flippin' god, surprisingly hard for some reason. There you go. There were 2 bombs on the board we weren't hitting. But the slime is dead before he reaches us. Let's try to get some extra cash. We took 30 damage on the fight. That's way more than I would like to take on this, the easiest of the elites. Not much we can do about that though. Shock Absorber. Considering we have Bombiverse, there's a temptation to grab that one, so I'm gonna grab it. And honestly, bombs doing more damage. There's a temptation there with the Bombiverse. So we're gonna take it. Lots of question marks on our way to the boss fight. Finally, we got a healing slime, and then we're gone. Okay. Connie says, last time I watched AGDQ was that one Dishonored run like 8 years ago. Was this Dishonored 1 or Dishonored 2? I still have never played 2. One day I should. Are you gonna live? Yeah, he's gonna live and hit us for 5. I hate these badass slimes, man. They're all dead, which is very unfortunate. Would have liked to have more cash. Refresh circle, we have no refresh synergies. I'm instead going to upgrade maybe the chem ball, get that a little bit stronger. And I would like to get more cash, so I'm gonna risk a little bit of damage here just to go for some money. Probably not ideal, but yeah, definitely not ideal. Let's leave. We gotta be careful because we're probably gonna have to heal before the boss fight as well. Swolt Orb, Infern Orb, Best Foot 4 Orb. I mean, I would probably take a Swolt Orb if it showed up. Would I take a Best Foot 4 Orb? Yes, with the possibility of healing slime, I'll take it. The North says the dev was sitting there at AGDQ, said something about knowing that the game was wonky and higher speeds. I mean, I'll say it again. We've known that about Peglin since the beginning. We've known that it doesn't function well at higher speeds. They've said as much, so I'm not surprised. Taking the chem ball, but I was really hoping for combat in these last 3 question marks. Not getting combat kind of sucks, because now it means that we are going to suffer with having to target the tree and then having this asshole try to murder us as well. This is not going to be a great fight. Almost certainly. If we can kill the tree, that would be ideal, I suppose, but I don't want to kill the tree. It freaking hurts, and I don't really want to fire the best foot forward, but what else am I going to do? So I suppose I will, make this double damage slime peg a little bit stronger, take the, 16 damage from this guy. Understand that we're gonna get hit a lot, and just kind of hope for the best, I suppose. Oh, good. Yeah, I love when that works. Oh, good, 6 damage to all enemies. F you, Peglin. Just F you. Now there is a healing slime on the board. That's like my dream. My dream is to hit this healing slime peg more often. I look at it even right now though, and I'm like, I think we're just gonna die to the boss. He's already hitting for 20 damage, right there. So unless I heal, yeah, okay, we might live then. Yeah, there's 18 damage. Excuse me. He hits like a goddamn truck on this Crucible level. So, rip, I guess. Taking 30 damage on the elite fight was a mistake. Whoops. Max health, 1 more crit. Enemies don't get their extra turn for your first reload. I think I'm just gonna re-roll this one. None of those are any good. And then otherwise, how do you kill this guy? You have to have tons of high damage piercing in your deck, because you can't use the targeted orbs at all. And every time you, I'll take AoE bombs. Well, although actually, I think I'll take the cookie. And every time you hit the tree, which is actually a weather vane, you just buff his damage. How do you kill that guy? How do you do it without having sustain and scaling? Which is hard to do on your first major boss fight. I don't know. That's part of the I don't know of Peglin. I just don't know. You're gonna hit me for 2, that's fine. As long as I can hit one of these bombs. There you go. And then we will reload here. He's gonna hit me for 2, but at least we'll be ready to go. He's gonna hit us for a little bit more though. This is a hard fight early. Without piercing in the deck. Without being able to hit this bomb over here on the right side. I guess I could try to aim for it a little bit more. No, so we're gonna take, we're taking damage. That's fair. 1 HP, huh? All right, die. All right, so we took 12 damage in one fight, but we do heal with the cookie, so we can come back from this. Who's our boss, by the way? This guy. Leshy. I think we want Generator Orb to maybe apply electricity to hit the vines. Could also allow us to chain crits, potentially. And I'm gonna hit the far right path. Let's do some combat first before we have to get into an elite fight, maybe a chest as well. Upgrade, remove, or no thanks. It's tough because removal is hard to get, and an upgrade is just 25 gold. Removal is 30 gold, but the upgrade might be worth more now. Upgrading the damage from Splat Orb is fine. I'd much rather have, an Eye Circle to upgrade. Generator orb, getting more lightning slimes on the board is also fine. I think we'll remove a pebble. It's a tough call though, it really is. Has any of you tried 3X as Nabelot? No, I definitely play on 2X. By the way, Agrocrisia, welcome. How are you doing today? What is going on? How have your Dome Keeper runs been lately? I should play more of that game at some point. Well, I misclicked. We should go for the bomb. That's a lucky shot. Physics and higher speed should keep the same number of updates at normal speed. In any case, physics results will be different. For example, normal physics is fixed at 60 times 2 speed should be 120, says Potok. You're absolutely right. Now, whether or not that's how Peglin works is a completely different question. It's an interesting thing to talk about because realistically, you know, the Peglin developer is saying, oh, the physics doesn't work right when you get to higher speeds. That's a totally fair point to make, but also shouldn't they fix it? Shouldn't they make it so that the physics works correctly at 2x speed, at 3x speed? I mean, you can increase the speed of the simulation while reducing the number of frames that are displayed on the screen. So there's a little bit of like, well, this is a you problem, right? They could fix it if they wanted to. This is the year of our Lord 2025. We went to the moon on a computer that now fits in the size of your pocket. Surely, we can make physics operate normally in Peglin. Who's with me? You know, we can probably fix the problem. I'm sure we can. This is gonna be a weird fight. I'm hoping for a better position crit for the Echo Orb. We may have gotten it. We may have gotten it. A crit here would go a long way. Nope. 30 damage to all enemies is a little on the low side, game. It's a little on the low side. And not getting that crit there. Dude, I hate the fact that they changed the physics of this like 2 updates ago. Makes it a lot harder to actually hit some of these pegs. We only have to do 64 damage, but that's still hard to do. I also hate that my generator orb is at the very bottom. Kind of wish we had the slime here. Unfortunately, that did not hit the refresh. Really didn't want to have to do a combat here, but here we are. Thank you for hitting the crit. There you go, 100 damage to all enemies with the Echo Orb. Much better. What a bad bounce from that pebble to go up and around. Just trying to... Gonna try to get through this fight, you know? So it's all we can do. Just one fight at a time, everybody. One fight at a time. All right, this should be the last shot. Highest damage shot that we had at the very end too. Choose company, investigator orb. We got an Echo Orb in the deck, which, I mean, we could upgrade for a better echoing. More lightning is fine. I guess we'll upgrade the Echo Orb and maybe this. Single target damage is nice. Give me the generator orb. Give me the bombs. And I'm gonna go fight the elite with 21 HP. Either we win or we restart. And I'm okay restarting. You know, it's Act 1. Oh, I hope we don't restart, because this is really good now. I'm still gonna do it, because I need the money to heal as well, but these are really good relics that we have. And you know what? At least this is a good fight potentially for us. I wanna shoot, then reload ideally. But if we get a good crit on the next turn, I might just take it. So let's get to the refresh. I have a plan here. Okay, we're gonna hit the refresh, which is an AoE refresh. So we have a decent amount of damage for the Echo Orb. And then we're gonna fire the Echo Orb. I was kind of hoping to be able to hit the crit a little bit more easily, and we might hit it if we hit the refresh, which is unlikely. But still, that kills all of the slimes, which is ideal. So far, so good. Only one lightning slime on the board sucks, but you know, we're not here for the lightning. I do need to get to that refresh though. Should be able to hit it right now. Yes, barely. Okay. I mean, again, our relics are really nice now. We just need to do something with these relics. Concentrication is really nice. Good Minotaur fight. I mean, Minotaur, it's such a strange fight, because he can kill you in... He can do like 45 damage in three... Within 3 turns, but not at the beginning of the fight. You have like 4 turns where he's not doing anything, and then he hits you for 20, and then he hits you for 20, and then he hits you for 20. There's a lot of elites that do that. And, well, he hits you for 20, waits a turn, then hits you for 20. That's why I say 3 turns. So Minotaur is not bad. This fight's not bad. The Hanging Ball Slime is not bad. You know, they're not hitting you on turn 1. I guess the only elite fight on Act 1 that does that is the 3 plants. They hit you for 6 damage every turn, which is a lot of damage. And there's 900 HP. That's just a lot of HP. They're weak to piercing, but it's hard to get a good piercing orb on your 3rd fight. I'm looking at Concentrication, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good way of handling the vines on Leshy. So I'm gonna add it. The stats are also pretty good. Healing does damage, but also gaining max health is a healing. So I think I'm gonna take the gaining max health. I'm okay fighting maybe 1 more elite, I think. I'd like to fight 2, but I think 2 is a little dangerous. Oh, heal. Well, maybe now we will. Maybe now we will. That's a decent heal. 50 HP. I need more refreshes on the board. I need bombs on the board. I need things that synergize in that. I'm glad we got a relatively easy fight. This is a bad throw. I wanted it to hit the middle area, but you know, at least it's an Echo Orb. Could be better. That was a pretty weird throw, ended up not being that good. Sometimes it bounces off to the side when I'm trying to go straight down the middle. Feels inconsistent, but it's probably consistent, but I don't know. The freaking walls are inconsistent. I know that much. Exact lethal. How nice. The refresh there does need to get hit soon. I'd like to hit the bomb. Literally, it just hit the bomb. That's fine. And you know, we might get lucky and hit the refresh if we shoot to the right. We didn't. We actually didn't hit that many pegs. He's gonna hit us, which means that this fight is gonna suck. We need to hit the refresh. We need to hit the refresh. Hey, okay. Now, we've got a large midsection here that maybe we can fire. That's Peglin, baby! All right, die. Thank you. Freaking asshole. God damn. At least we got some max health from it. We need to upgrade. Like, we need to upgrade. Maybe an upgrade and a heal. I'd like a rub orb, but give me a Give me more lightning, a heal. Oh, this is what I'm talking. Well, okay. Yes, we have. Yes. We have to. The oboe is incredible, but we have to take Peg Bag. We heal off of it, and we have the AoE refresh. It's the only option. It's the only option. We make bombs, we got the AoE refreshes, things are looking nice. Game Macho Libre, thank you for the resubscription, by the way. Gaga. The North says, man, I've been playing some Phoenix Point the last few days. I love some parts of it, but there's so many frustrating small design choices I can't make up my mind whether or not I actually like it or not. Yeah, sounds about right. These AoE refreshes are going to save the day. Yeah. It's gonna be worth a lot of damage, especially when we get down to that elite fight, or well, elite fight and the boss fight, but like we're healing pretty well off of that. Damage reduction I don't think is really worth it. Flat damage on probably concentrication, but the echo orb, to echo more damage is nice, but to do more damage is also nice. Give me the echo orb, give me the echo orb. We're gonna fight the elite. I think we can. Because we have healing. The oboe is really nice in the fight because oh, fuck you, Peglin. The oboe is really nice because you can reduce the damage that you're taking every turn from the boss. That being said, I also like getting more heals because every refresh is 1 HP. Sometimes you can get multiple HP every single turn. I don't think we got 2 bombs, so it's gonna be a bit of an overkill of damage, but that's okay. Concentrication. We're not hitting the refresh. I think you just go for the not hitting the crit. I think you just go for the refresh. Concentrication created a bomb, which, why did it create a bomb? It didn't hit the peg, it activated the peg. This fucking game, man, I don't understand. Even by its own rules, that shouldn't have happened, and yet it did. So frustrating. I think he's gonna live with 1. No, he died. It's possible we can kill the plant, so I'm gonna try. We just need to hit a bomb. It didn't work, but we were probably gonna get shot by him anyways, so whatever. All right, this is not bad. We're gonna have to heal. But Potion Bolt, though. Oh. We can't. We can't. We have to heal. Oh. Oh, but Potion Vault, though, there's no time. There's no time to upgrade it, man. F. Yeah, like, if Potion Vault gives us a balm, it's great. But here's the thing. A level 1 Potion Vault is useless. You really need to get it to level 3. It's not guaranteed healing, and we have guaranteed healing with the cookie. We just need a little bit more HP to survive the boss fight. What are we gonna upgrade? Taking the heal, man. I hate to do it. I like this, though. We got temporary crits or persistence. I think I like the persistence. Minus the whole, you know, we're gonna be firing pebbles more often, but I do like persistence. More money on the board. Well, some of these relics are not as good as others, but it's not too bad. Do you go for the plant before it shoots you, or do you just go for the stump? Or do you just hope that you hit 2 bombs? I think you just hope that you hit 2 bombs. Although I could concentrication twice. So I could hit a bomb and then hit another bomb, probably. 200 damage on him is not bad. And then, you know what? Go for the plant. It's not that overkill, so I think it was a good decision. Good. I want as much lightning slime on the board as possible. I hope that the lightning slime refreshes. It totally does. That's fantastic. Now the problem, of course, is that the vines are longer. Makes it a lot more difficult to actually, you know, avoid them, as you would no doubt understand. You know, we're gonna be suffering, of course. Good crit, I'm gonna fire the Echo Orb. We don't need to fire it again if there's no other enemies on the screen. It might be better to go for like a Splat Orb. I don't know, like, I'm looking at it and it's so hard to get out of this situation of there's so many vines on the board, you're hitting them constantly, you're only hitting him for like 100 damage every, you know, other turn. He's hitting you for 6 every turn. He's hitting you for more than 6 every turn because he's hitting you, preventing you from hitting the pegs on the board, making the fight go a lot longer. It's an annoying fight. And we're only hitting him for 50 every time we're actually hitting him. Yeah, I kind of expected that to happen, honestly. That's not enough damage. It's an okay shot, but we're running out of time. Because I think this is probably part of the problem with Persist. But honestly, maybe if we get Concentrication out real quick, real effing quick, we got a chance. Because Concentrication can get down here, hit a lot of pegs, hit the crits, hopefully get the kill. We're gonna have one more. I think we're gonna live with 2 HP. I don't believe it, but it happened. Ball Lightning. Little weak. Rub Orb, little weak. Inferno Orb, little weak. I mean, 105 gold. A couple of upgrades is nice. The 18K welcome. Loving the videos on YouTube. I'm glad somebody is. Ha 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 ha. F Peglin, man. But we lived. Thank you, also the 1 max HP per enemy. Because we're 21 HP higher than normal, and we lived by 2, so we would have had negative 19 HP had we not taken that. You know, I kind of like Ball Lightning because it can hit a lot of pegs. It can hit a lot of refreshing punches, which will give us hopefully a lot of refreshes. 2-4 is not bad. It can hit the back line, but I also like a Rub Orb, a 5-10 super bounce that can get speed up thanks to Powder Collector. It's probably not going to be very good for this floor, but if we fight the wall, the dragon, you know, those are very, the Super Sapper, those are really good orbs to have for that. Can also build up damage for Echo Orb a little bit more easily. I mean, it is a tough call because, like, Rub Orb and Ball Lightning provide something that Splat Orb and Concentrication don't. So I could upgrade these ones, make them stronger, or add orbs. I feel like in general, because we have Persist, it's probably better to upgrade. So I'm gonna upgrade. Projectile attacks pierce, but bombs do less damage and self-damage. We make bombs, so it might not be ideal. We don't have the bomb damage increase relic. That was last run. +0, +4, 1 less crit. I don't want to remove crits, possibly. +2, +0, 1 less crit. We don't need to crit that often if we take this. All of our balls are going to end up doing more damage except for Concentrication and Splat Orb. But Generator Orb and the Echo Orb will do probably more damage on average because we don't have the crits on the board. Now, we won't be able to build around crits, but we're not really doing that anyways. It does lower our damage output to a degree, but it makes Echo Orb way better because it's gonna have more damage and an easier time scaling its damage. So I'm leaning towards this. We get to keep the refresh. Like, this is more damage if we can hit the crit constantly, but there's only one on the board. Piercing is also like, I mean, it's piercing. You love it. With a targeted orb, a generator orb, an echo orb, and a splat orb, I don't think we need it as much. I'm gonna take the pendant. I think it's the least bad option. Ballista. Now I wish we had now I wish I had taken the helmet, because piercing would be really nice. And I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, how the hell are we gonna survive against the ballista? Hit 30 refreshes every 4 turns. That's how we're gonna do it. And it does have to be every 4 turns, because the ballista doesn't fire every 5 turns on this difficulty. It fires every 4 turns. So this, is gonna suck. That's okay. Yeah, of the 3 bosses you could get, this is the one where you want to have the safety hat, I suppose. Hopefully we get some good lightning in here. Now the lightning doesn't target the enemy in the back, even though it's lightning. It's not ball lightning, it's just a lightning orb. Hey, I hit the other refresh too. The AoE refreshes, man, they can keep me in this. Because we've got healing. If we take a little bit of damage, it's not the end of the world. And with lightning on the board, we can hit the lightning, hit the refresh, hit the lightning, hit the refresh. Keep it moving, keep it bouncing. Laze Orb. Unnecessary. I would rather upgrade. Unless there's a shop. There's a late shop, but not an early shop. So we'll upgrade. It's not about upgrading the damage. It's also about upgrading the amount of slime that gets applied. Wrong button. I wanted F. So far, not bad. Removing a pebble. I'll accept it. Upgrading a pebble. I mean, hell, it might be worth upgrading, just paying for it. Echo Orb, turn 1. What the hell do you do about this? Do you shoot it and probably die unless you can get to 500 damage, which is only 150 orbs hit? I don't know. Freaking try it, I suppose. Kind of put all your eggs in one basket. Live or die on this one throw. Probably die. Not as much damage as I thought we would take. Now they're all dead. Still, taking 24 damage in one fight kind of blows. But I knew what I was doing, getting into it. Dude, Jack Orb Lantern here is actually not bad. A 4/4 that wraps the board. That's good stats. Twofault, welcome. Hi, Abe, what's up? Just suffering in Peglin. Disposable hello just came in from outside. It's insufferably cold yet. It's been quite cold lately. -1 here in Denmark says Agnarts. Ugh. I don't want it to be that cold. Desrang, welcome. Yeah, still suffering. Off of my own volition. Yes, I know. think I like the Jack Orb. It's also it's an addition now, which I like just for the simple fact of we can add something and upgrade it and spend our money. And then honestly, remove the other pebble. Now we have a pebble that's actually getting scaled. Yeah, because it's a unique orb. So the stats on all of our orbs are really not that bad right now. 2 Echo Orbs will clear the floor, which is very important because of all of these damn archers. So, I mean, I'm loving getting these Echo Orbs early. These Echo Orbs early are insanely good. I can't wait for a fight like this where we get the Echo Orb last orb, and it's just like, well, what you gonna do? You drew incorrectly, you son of a gun! You should have known better. I'm sorry, game. You know what? Good shot. Perfect damage. I would like to save money for a shop. We're probably gonna go for that one. So I will upgrade my orbs and then move on. I would like to upgrade just because, you know, I think we have the opportunity to. We have an okay amount of health. And now healing is much more efficient. What boss do we want? Dude, I don't know. I would probably say not this one. However, we can shoot, 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 and he'll be shuffling every time. I think Echo Orb will make him shuffle. If it doesn't and he walks forward, you know, whatever. Yeah. So now, switch. I actually think I shoot again. Even if he walks forward, like, I don't care, I just want to hit him. He gained me circle off of that, which is kind of strange. Jack Orb Lantern might fail to wrap. No, it worked. I'm glad it worked. Sometimes it doesn't, but I'm glad it worked this time around. Oh, it's a targeted orb, that's right. Well, we should fire it again then. If we have the opportunity to, we definitely should take it. Could you hit the refresh? Thank you. Just because it's free damage. He'll step forward, but that doesn't change anything, except now he can, you know, whack us, but we're gonna hit him with the freaking Super Pebble. Unfortunately, now we kind of have to kill him. Kind of wish his mirror took double damage. It's fine, I guess. He's not dead. Oh no. Oh, we took 29. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. We got a good set of refreshes in there, but what can I say? F him. So we're gonna heal. Dude, Recombobulator is quite nice. I'm definitely taking it. It kind of counters the boss, so I'm happy to have it. And if we have to spend money healing, we gotta spend money healing. If it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen. There's not much we can do about it. Double Echo Orb, no, Generator Orb first. We'll get more value from it. Because now we'll have base damage for the echoing. There you go. And I want to hit that refresh to scale the damage. We're gonna get hit once, that's fine. Oh, that's what a whiff. I really wanted to hit that refresh for healing. They're all dead, but I wanted the HP. But honestly, like, our deck is maybe fine. We get 30 HP from healing. Oh, thank God for the max health increase. That's enough. That's a good enough amount that it makes me feel okay spending the money on it. Like, that's fine. Normally, you don't want to spend that much cash. I'll happily do it for 30 HP. That's how much the healing should be normally. Desrang says, take me away from this 99% humidity. I checked the other day, it was 16% here. I like this relic. It is very dry and cold. Okay, I mean, this fight blows a little bit, but there's nothing we can do about it. Except hit the refreshes to get healing. So we're gonna try to hit the refreshes and get healing. We're gonna take 8 damage. Pumpkin is not bad here because it will, hopefully let us hit more bombs, hit more HP. There's the pegs, of course, but I'm more interested in the bombs and the HP. I mean, we're not killing any of the enemies off of bombs, so we're gonna take 11 damage here, I think. I actually forgot that Jack-o'-lantern is targeted again, so it didn't do any damage. Effing hell, man. Well, here's the thing. If I shoot, I think you shoot generator orb because you get more of an effect out of it. If you're not gonna kill an enemy, you might as well fire the thing that can buff the board with lightning, right? But now we got the problem of, okay, now we got dudes. Let's kill the dudes. There's one. Thank you, Refresh Perspective. Great relic. There's another dude alive who will die. Let's get some refreshes. I mean, our entire game at this point is how many refreshes can we hit every combat? That's the only thing that matters. I'm surprised there's nothing really to do with the money right now, except healing is still incredibly effective. 82, I mean, for how much damage we've taken, 82 HP is fine. I hate that it's you again, but I'd like to say we've learned our lesson, but there's no lesson to learn. Here's a lesson to learn. Oh, right. He's gonna switch to the mirror form and you don't discard that back to concentrication. Well, whatever. I wish the refreshes worked normally on this fight. Jaxie Pants, thank you very much for the gifted subscriptions and welcome. How are you doing today? What's going on? Caca and all that. Welcome back to the suffering of the Peglin. Why is there another caw happening? What happened? Caca. I think it's the same message. That was weird. Not entirely certain what happened there. You got 2. You got what? Oh, it's doing everyone individually. What? I apologize for that. It should just do them all at once. I don't know why it's doing them all individually, but I guess you get a lot of caws today. Caws don't stop. Apparently they're not gonna stop. Here's another one. Well, thank you, Jaxie Pants, for the multiple subscriptions. This is way more fun. I've never had this happen before. Anytime this has happened, I've gotten like a couple of gifted subs. It's always been in one burst. It said you've gifted 5 subs. I don't know why it's doing them individually. I guess Streamlabs changed their settings at one point. How annoying. Caca, by the way. We can heal and still buy a relic, and because we're fighting this boss, I'm doing that. We don't trigger crits, so we will take safety net. And the final caw. The final caw tier. Caw. It's raining caws. I think you can do that in Twitch. You can create a caw overlay. Man. There's some stuff here. There's some interesting stuff here. Another AoE orb is not bad, but because we have Recombobulator, there's gonna be a lot of bombs on the board killing the minions. I don't think we actually need piercing as much. We need to hit refreshes. There's no extra refresh orb, unfortunately. Round Guard is nice if we can, block one hit from the ballista, that's fine. if we can block hits from the dragon, that's great. But that would require us, I think, to get the mirror event, remove all orbs, which I might even do. But we could also just take the 15 HP. We could also remove an orb. Arcatraz, thank you for the gifted sub to Nor. Kaka. Kaka. You son of a car. The problem with Round Guard is that I took Persist, and we're not gonna be reloading that often. I might just want the apple to stack up max HP so that we can just heal more. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And now, this fight, it's gonna be hard. We need to hit the refreshes to heal. The bombs will allow us to kill the minions. They do have a lot more health. But it's still pretty plausible, pretty causable to fire enough orbs to hit enough bombs to kill the minions, especially if we add more bombs thanks to a powder collector. And we've got the echo orb still, don't forget about that. And every time we refresh, we get the bombs back. We're gonna have some lightning out there. I wanted a little bit more varied lightning distribution, but that's okay. I can't believe we didn't hit any refreshes here. That's a shame, but... There you go, good refreshes. And we're stacking up damage, which is not bad. And I'm hopeful that things like Jack Orb Lantern will be able to bounce around, hit a lot of refreshes, get us a lot of HP. It's one of the reasons I took it. Okay, well, not always gonna work. It's not looking that bad. It's not looking that bad. Okay, there's another refresh. I mean, if we can get to 90 HP, we can survive another attack. This guy, you know, he's dying. Not the fastest I've ever seen, but he's dying. Put the cause in a bag, this is a robbery. Never seen so many cars before. Okay, boss is dead. That went fine. Honestly. And honestly, the reason why it went fine is Recombobulator, being able to kill all the minions. Potion Bolt is additional healing, most importantly, because a lot of multi-balls means a lot of refreshes being hit, which means a lot of cookie heals along with refresh perspective buffs. And then you go leave the rest. We've done it! Holy hell! We've got builds and synergies, and it only took Act 2 to make it happen. We have the ideal refresh synergy. Oh, god damn. We've done it! We found one of the good boss relics! Yeah! Connie says the mushrooms are gonna shut him down. I think we have enough base damage with the mushrooms, it's not gonna be that bad, and we have enough healing. The only question is, do I want to fire Concentrication or fire Potion Bolt and let them walk towards me, because Potion Bolt doesn't do any damage. I think we hit enough bombs that the Potion Bolt could be effective, but I think actually one Concentrication just to get damage on the front mushroom, then followed up by the Potion Bolts, is actually going to be completely acceptable here. We've killed one mushroom in turn 1. In fact, I'm going to fire at the other mushroom, because he's kind of a piece of garbage. Actually, right now, it's probably worth hitting the slime. All other things being equal. We would have killed the mushroom, but we're gonna kill him anyways. Yeah, like Potion Bolt with refresh perspective and the save the leaf and the refreshing punch, we can really scale the board incredibly quickly. And the amount of health that we get back every turn is exceptionally meaningful. And that's a lot of bombs. This is a, dare I say, a good run right now. There are ways that we can die, but with 150 max HP and healing for 40 every time we heal, like, we just have too many advantages. Which is good, don't get me wrong. It's good that we have, you know, a reason to spend money healing, because normally you don't have this reason to spend money healing because it's too expensive. But we heal a lot thanks to this amulet. I mean, we haven't even, like, started the fight yet, and this guy's almost dead. Overconfidence? Oh, I'm not overconfident at all. I have hope. There's a difference between being overconfident and having hope. I have hope. But I'm not, it's not like, you know, the enemies are at the gate and I have hope that, you know, Gandalf is gonna ride up with his undead army. It's more like, I feel like we'll be pretty okay here. I did all but 10 of his health. Beautiful. Speaking of overconfidence, 16 days until Darkest Dungeon 2, says Connie. How dare you remind me? But also, I'll write it on the calendar, I suppose. Sunday? I guess, if it's Sunday, I will play on Wednesday after giving you people a chance to play on your own. Monday? Same difference. Same difference to me, damn it. Well, we're gonna take some damage. It's 12 damage turn 1. Oh, 10 damage. I thought they did 6 each. I don't know, sometimes the game has minions doing different damage at different places in the game. And sometimes they're minorly varied variants of the minions, so it's kind of hard to tell. This is one of those times when, you know, I don't really care that there's red bombs on the board, because we have healing. It's so rare to have healing in this game, I find. Because it's difficult. Oh my god, look at the elites on the second half. It's difficult to even have the opportunity to get a relic or an orb that gives you healing. You've gotta, it's situational. I wish it was more common, but it ain't. 400 HP on a flyer. At least we did double damage to him. Makes it easier to kill him, I suppose. Hitting a bomb would go a long way. So we don't overkill the hell out of this guy. Oh, we're just gonna overkill the hell out of this guy, I suppose. He's also gonna explode. God damn it. Exploded for 33, and even though he exploded for 33, I'm not worried. How crazy is that? We've almost healed all the damage we just took. Yeah, Jack Orb Lantern is gonna get stuck, unfortunately, but one Echo Orb kills everyone. You know, it's not worth firing the Echo Orb. It's worth firing the Jack Orb Lantern so that we can get more heals. As long as we don't hit the bombs, actually the refresh killed them. Refresh the board every time 6 pegs are hit. When drawn, convert 1 peg into a refresh. The refresh circle might be worth adding to the board. It's probably not necessary though. Like, I'm looking at it and I just don't see it being necessary with 10 refreshes on the board, right? Like, effect. This just adds more refreshes. We're refreshing the board like 50 times when we fire a potion bolt. Do we need a refresh circle? I don't know. Connie says, sometimes I look at Friday launches and wonder if the devs don't want to sleep during the weekend. The North says, probably for the boosted sales. People buy games for their weekends. Connie says, I guess, but I'd much rather launch on a Monday and do bug fixes during the week. I mean, you only launch once, right? It's okay to launch on a Friday and say, we're working through the weekend. Do you heal from the refreshes? We do heal from the refreshes from the refresh circle, but there's 10 refreshes on the board, and this can only refresh the board 10 times. So at max, the refresh circle can only do so much, but we're already getting this from the board. Like, refresh circle would be fantastic if we didn't get the leaf, because the refresh circle could refresh it 10 times. But there's 10 refreshes on the board. Instead of this orb, if I had another Jack Orb Lantern, another Potion Vault, something that had multi-ball on it, you know, we could hit the refreshes ourselves and get the benefit of the other orb as opposed to this orb, which just refreshes the board. Now, it can convert pegs to refreshes and refresh the board on discard, but it is still adding an orb to the deck. It's thickening it up a little bit. Could you be invincible? I mean, we're not invincible right now. This doesn't make us invincible. It just gives us another orb that does a mediocre amount of damage and refreshes more often, which is not necessary. I just don't see the refresh circle being necessary. I'm going to say, like, a rub orb, I think is better because the bounciness of the rub orb is an effect that we don't have, right? We have refreshes. There are 13 refreshes on the board. We don't need an orb that refreshes. Firing my orb refreshes the board like 5 to 10 times already. But the rub orb is an effect we don't have. We could have an orb that bounces around more, and it could hit more refreshes and more bombs. You know, I look at the orbs that I have, everything does something unique. Splat Orb makes other orbs bouncy, effectively. The pumpkin can hit a lot of pegs by wrapping. It goes from the bottom to the top. Potion Vault has multi-ball 3, fills the board with balls. Generator Orb is Lightning Slime. If you hit the lightning, you could hit a refresh, which hits the lightning, which hits a refresh, which hits a lightning, which hits the refresh. You know, that's an infinite synergy right there, potentially. Echo Orb, AoE, Concentrication, targeted damage. Like, these orbs do something. This doesn't do anything unique compared to what we have in the deck, and we don't need the extra refreshes. Rub Orb could be interesting, but I don't think it's actually necessary for the QR fight. That being said, it's a real freaking good orb. So, you know, after all of that debate, I am going to add it. Because it's a good orb. I'm not going to not take it, but wrong direction, but we can recover. The faster the ball bounces, the better the run. And that's accurate. In a lot of runs, Arcatraz, I find that to be actually true. You know that. So, like, how many refreshes did we hit right there? We did 400 damage to the mirror. Do it again. You know, and this is the effect of multi-ball. Oh my god. I'm able to hit so many 1500 damage Echo Orb. I'm able to hit so many pegs that we're getting so much value out of hitting the pegs and hitting the bombs and refreshing the bombs. Now, Orbs at Reaction. This is a good orb. We're taking it. It's a multi-ball orb, effectively. If I shoot this, I get more balls on the board. That's what I want. By firing this orb, I can quadruple the next shot and fill the board. It's perfect. Now, sometimes it's hard to get to, but not a very good lightning application, but that's fine. Go left, thank you. A little bit better application here. OP run. I mean, we could still lose. I doubt it with 200 HP, but, you know, I'm never gonna say, you know, we're unkillable in a Peglin run. The episode that went up today literally has me dying from 150 health to 0 in one combat. You know, I'm never gonna say we're unkillable ever again. but also F that upside down turn knight. You know what I mean? So, opposite reaction. If I fire it again, I can fire a potion bolt, which I'm going to do because it's funny. Actually, you're gonna die on this opposite, which fires 4 opposites. And we're doing 2,000 damage to you, accidentally. But imagine that plus the quadruple potion bolt, which also has multi-ball. Oh, the damage. It's incredible. When gaining max health, increase the amount by 1. Prime numbered shot pierces an additional enemy. We'll go for that one. We don't need the max HP, it's a little late. It'd be left. It'd be more interesting if this was early when we picked up grinding Monstera, but okay, adventuring, also acceptable. Actually, I think we go left. If we get a bad elite fight, we can heal after it. Oh, but there's a free relic here. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, we can heal 50 after the fight anyways. Pegboards start with more bombs, synergizes very well with Recombobulator. Kurgo says, yesterday I made the green leaf work. This is the easiest elite fight possibly in the entire game. I'm so glad to have it. Kurgo, the way you phrase that is interesting. Yesterday you made the leaf work. I find that the leaf might be one of the best boss relics in the entire game. It's hard to, in my opinion, it's hard to make it work when it's just good, but it does have, like, I'm sure, you know, cases where it's not ideal, and I've had those cases where it's not ideal. But it is also exceptionally good. Maybe I'm just used to the old green leaf before it got buffed. Oh yeah, I do know that old Peglin, it used to only refresh like 3 pegs on the board every time you hit a leaf. It was real bad. And that it has, I just misclicked. It has been buffed, which is totally acceptable. More damage on bombs or refresh into bombs. This is a tough call. Jaxie Pants, thank you for another gift sub. This time only 1, so there's not going to be multiple pop-ups. Caca. What orb would you want that isn't in the game? I want an orb that when you fire it, it rebalances every other orb, enemy, and mechanic in the game to make it better. That's what I want. I want the orb of upgrading. The orb of, this should have been done in early access. You had 3 years to resolve these balancing issues. Balance patch, I choose you. Refresh into bombs, deal more damage. I'm taking deal more damage. Functionally, it's similar, but I don't want to remove too many pegs from the board because they're all upgraded. Bombs detonate in 1 hit is hilarious. Refreshes move, completely acceptable. Remove a Terror Ball, absolutely. All right, good stuff. I'd like more removal if we can get it. We didn't, that's okay. All right. Well. All right, pretty good fight, I guess. Kurgo says, I managed to get the shield, the cheese, and no orbs. Easiest Crucible 14 of my life. You've got to be careful with that because the shield and the cheese does not work on 2 of the 3 Act 2 bosses. It doesn't work on the wall, and it doesn't work against the poison from the painter. So you've got to be careful. If you have the the beefsteak, you'll have an easier time against the painter. Against the wall, I don't think it does enough damage to actually kill that boss, funnily enough. Which is funny. Kurgo says I got the ballista. Oh, easy win. Easy win then. Randomly remove a half of your orbs or add the mirror. We'll add the mirror. So QR code, we have 200 HP, 199. Opening up, Potion Vault, fantastic. Splat Orb, Jack Orb Lantern, Echo Orb. A Jack-o'-lantern Echo Orb will probably win it. If it doesn't, we got an Opposite Reaction Rub Orb coming up, which should do it itself. But starting with the Potion Vaults. You know, that's gonna be a lot of bombs. That's a lot of things on the board. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat. And with the amount of healing slime we have on the board, this is where I say we're unkillable. We've done 4,000 damage to these bosses. Look at how many bombs there are on the board now. I say we're probably unkillable because we can out-heal these bosses at this point. It's hard to, but we can. They have 10 HP. Also, here's a 21,000 damage Echo Orb that I can fire twice. This was the, like, easiest run I've ever had after the Leshy fight where we won with 2 HP. I was worried also, wait, is this Leshy? I think it's Leshy. I was also worried about the Ballista fight. We steamrolled the Ballista fight because we had what we need. We picked up Recombobulator. Recombobulator on the Ballista fight is enough damage to kill the minions, even though they have 124 HP. We were able to create more bombs. With the AoE refreshes, we had an easier time hitting the bombs. We had a lot of HP to make it work. Early refreshing punch, early cookie. I mean, like, this is one of the annoying runs of Peglin where you get good stuff, which it feels like you need, but then you just steamroll at that point. There's no tension when you have 200 HP walking up against a boss fight and you have, oh, I have infinite healing and infinite damage in my deck, you're dead. But let's review, because, you know, we just want a Crucible 20 run. Lightning Slime. The point of the Lightning Slime is to synergize with hitting a lot of pegs. Refresh can hit the lightning. Refresh? The lightning can hit the refresh, which triggers an AoE, and also allows you to hit more pegs to do more damage. Echo Orb, just for the AoE piercing. We buffed the damage with the amulet so that it had a base 3 damage. That's a very good AoE orb to have. Concentrication, very good on the Leshy fight. Very good on those mushroom fights too. It was bouncing around a lot more than I would expect. Because the board, I think, was so thick, there were a lot of bombs and a lot of refresh pegs for it to bounce off of. It was able to stay up in the air a lot. Jack Orb Lantern, I took this specifically just to wrap the board on the Ballista fight to hit a lot of pegs, because I wanted to hit more bombs and more refreshes, because that's how we were building. The cookie, we lucked into AoE refresh, into peg bag, into the leaf, infinite healing. Amazing. And really nothing else mattered. Like, that was it. Good, 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 good. Mostly good. Like, for the leaf, the Monstera leaf, you want to get it early, but it only really comes into play later on in the run. That being said, the 21 HP did keep us alive on the Leshy fight, so even that 20 health. I guess if you think about it like that, that's good HP and healing over the Act 1. 20 HP? That's not bad. I mean, that's an apple plus. Oh, and the amulet too. Dude, the amulet allowing us to heal for 40? instead of 12 when we spent money healing. God damn, healing for 12 for 25 gold just makes you want to die. Healing for 40 HP, it's like, oh, that's like a reasonable amount of healing. That was like one of the safest, easiest Peglin runs we've had after Act 1. But I feel good about that. I feel like, you know, I feel like I made good decisions, but I also feel like we just got lucky. Which, you know what? I think I've finally put my finger on it. When you play a lot of Peglin, and you play at High Crucible, the victories don't feel like they're because of good play. They feel like they're because of good luck. And I think that's why it's unsatisfying, because I feel like we just won because we got good relics and good orbs, and we fought good enemies, and, you know, we got a good boss relic. We made the decisions, but the game still, there's a lot of garbage that it could have given us that it didn't. So maybe that's why some of these runs feel unsatisfying, is because, you know, we rolled the RNG dice and managed to luck into good things. Regardless, we're done with the Spinventor. Getting lucky is part of it, says Kurgo. Getting lucky is a good part of it, but, you know, for things like, you know, if we talk about like an action-based, a more action-y roguelike, something like The Binding of Isaac, Spelunky, Enter the Gungeon, Hades, your skill plays a very big part of it. You can beat Enter the Gungeon with your freaking starting gun if you're good enough at the game. Are you gonna beat Peglin, you know, with your starting orbs? Nope. Not at all. RNG torture is more compelling. Not enough player agency, says Egnards. Yeah, not enough player agency, not enough ways of interacting with the underlying RNG mechanics. And also there's a lot of fluff. A lot of orbs that don't really matter, a lot of relics that don't really matter. There's builds and synergies, but there's no way of controlling it. You wanna know what I like? I only know of one game that has done this. One Step from Eden. I wanna do a series on that at some point. But you can select archetypes, and the cards in those archetypes show up more often. You can change it whenever you want during your run. You can just say, I want, yeah, I'm doing some analogies here, okay? It's not gonna be perfect, but if this was Peglin, it would be like, I want more crits, and then things that give you crits would show up more often. Oh, I want shields. Okay, things that give you shield would show up more often. And then you could actually more easily get the things that you want for your current build. Like even something like that, you know, it kind of solves the problem of, in Peglin, there's too many relics that are too important to runs that don't show up enough. Like the AoE refresh. Like that's incredibly powerful for a build, but it doesn't show up all the time. Of course, I mean, it shouldn't show up all the time, but if you're building refreshes and that's like one piece of the puzzle you're missing, it kind of sucks. A recombobulator. You know, there's only one relic that makes bombs reappear after you throw them, like the recombobulator. It's still fine, but anyways. A good run regardless. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Peglin.